Hey guys, OPB here. Just coming at you with a quick little video. Again, as most of my videos, I'm on the way to work, so I apologize for the lighting. Before I get too far into this topic, just don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you hit that little bell icon, hit the all notifications. I'm going to be dedicating a lot more of my time in the coming months. Try to get this YouTube thing rolling. It's proven a lot more difficult than some people make it look. So like, share, and subscribe would really help me out. Thank you guys for giving me some of your time. So the topic of today's video, my last video I had uploaded was on lessons from the older generation, and I'm gonna try to continue on that path. I was talking about my great-grandfather being able to tell the weather. Well, let's take a flip roll on that. My great-grandmother, who recently passed, she didn't let anything go to waste. Nothing. She would wash out Ziploc bags, sandwich bags, tin foil. She'd reuse tin foil. Clothing, it was never thrown away. When she passed, she was 96 years old. And she remembered a time when things like that were hard to come by. Again, a fisherman's wife. Money wasn't in their favor. Small town, Newfoundland. For those of you that don't know, that's in Canada on the East Coast. It's an island. And she didn't let anything go to waste. So, taking that lesson of not letting things go to waste and putting that into a modern, well, I don't want to say modern, but day-to-day life of your average person, and things we can learn from that generation in regards to not letting things go to waste. Now, that includes food, by the way. When my grandmother was a child, she remembers having to take the scraps. Whatever the dog didn't get went up to feed the pig. They would feed the pig all the table scraps. There was no such thing as scraps. If there was any leftovers, then it went to the dog or the pig. Refrigeration wasn't really big. No electricity in the cabin, so. And she was the happiest lady I've ever met. She would literally give the shirt off her back to anybody who just asked. She was a very giving lady. Family was huge, and still is. I don't know, it seems like most people now, they don't value family. But to her, family was everything. As she said, material items come and go. Family's here to stay. So, even that, not letting it go to waste, your time. Your time is precious. You only are given so much time here on this earth. So you have to use it to your advantage. And you may be asking yourself, what does any of this have to do with preparedness? Well, procrastination plagues most people. Not all people, but most. Some people like to put things off, put them off. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. next week sometime, and then 2 or 3 months rolls around and you still haven't done it. Don't let your time go to waste. There isn't much time left. And I was watching a video from a fellow YouTuber, Viking Preparedness, on Patreon. I'm still in the process of setting that up. Haven't gotten around to it yet. Work's been pretty busy, so I haven't had time to set up my Patreon channel yet. I do have a couple of videos shot for it. So when that does happen, I'll let you guys know. Anyways, I was watching a video, and he said something that somebody had said to him about having a sign or something hung on their mirrors so they look at it every morning. If you knew the world was going to be drastically different 6 weeks from now, what would you do today? Kind of tying that into not letting things go to waste. Some of the stuff that people throw out on a weekly basis. Okay? I don't know about your area, but in my area, people throw out a lot of stuff that people pay big money for. Okay? If you have any mechanical knowledge, a lawnmower, when someone goes to throw that out, if you can fix that for $20 and sell it for $100, well, guess what? You just made profit. Okay? And then you can use that profit to put in your preps if you don't have a budget for preps. But if the world was going to be drastically different 6 weeks from now, what would I do today? Keep stacking it to the rafters. Both food and, as some people like to call them, freedom seeds. And I'd also get things ready for the spring. Okay? Here in Canada, we're kind of sort of in winter. It's a really weird season this year. Really weird. It's December 3rd or 4th at the time of this shooting of the video. And sadly, there's been next to no snow. It's raining right now, but that's it. Normally, by now, there's a decent amount of snow on the ground, and we've had one snowfall in my area. Some areas have gotten just hammered with snow, which makes me think, why is the weather so weird? But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole today. It's almost to the point where I've heard farmers complaining because they could have got an extra growing season in. That's something to think about too. Kind of odd, don't you think? But I digress. Take it that the world's going to be different in 6 weeks. Do the things now. Build the relationships now. Build the friendships. Build your tribe, your crew, your mags now. Take care of your neighbor. Because I guarantee you, if they're worried if something happens, what are they going to do? Right? Take a suburban style of living, which is where most people live. My parents, for example, live in a suburban situation. They don't let friendships go to waste. They don't let food go to waste. Your supply lines will eventually run out, so don't let things go to waste now to prolong the supplies that you have. You also have to take care of your neighbor. Again, coming back to the fact that most people live in suburban situations. Your neighbors are going to be the ones that are going to know what you have. They're the ones ones that can see over your fence from their bedroom window. So if they're starving to death, and you've got a backyard full of garden that's doing great, you got carrots coming up, you got a raised bed full of potatoes, you got, depending on how much land you have, you got corn or peppers or whatever, and you're not losing any weight, they're gonna start coming for your stuff. Now I get it, not everyone has great neighbors, but luckily for my parents, they do. You have to keep an eye on your neighbors. I can't remember who said it, but someone once said, "Loose lips sink ships." I once did a tour of Annapolis, the U.S. Naval Academy for the officers there, I believe it is. We went into an office and it said on the wall, "Loose lips sink ships," and I can't remember who said that. But if your neighbors start telling everybody, hey, they've got food, hey, they've got it stacked to the rafters, they got more food than they can eat, let's go take it. Pretty soon you're dealing with a torch and pitchfork kind of situation. So how well do you hide it? Do you have your vehicle backed in your garage when you're unloading all your supplies? Or you do it right there out in the open? I apologize for any noise if it's loud because it is raining. Just some things I'm thinking about today. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that little bell icon. It'll really help me out. There's more videos to come. I got a couple of days off coming up, so I'm going to attempt to get out there and shoot some bushcraft videos. Because I like doing things in the bad weather. That way in the good weather, it's twice as easy. Alright? Have some good times out there. Stay safe. OPB, out.